Hey everyone, Nick Rago here from IG Middle East, and I'm here in wonderful Paris, France, and I'm at a dance studio for Just Dance 2014, and I'm joined by the very illustrious Mr. Matthew Tomkinson, who's the game director for Just Dance 2014.
That's right.
Matthew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Are you enjoying the buzz from the game that you've got so far?
Yeah, and we have beautiful dancers dancing to the game. It's the best way to do it.
Fantastic. Now, straight off, Just Dance is a game, let's face it, that doesn't take itself too seriously. It's all about fun and creativity. So how do you make a game like that year on year without making it boring?
Well, we don't take seriously even ourselves. When we do it, we want to have fun, and we want to make sure that everything in the game is about fun. So the choreos themselves, when we do it, we want to make funny choreos. Obviously, we have the latest tracks, we have very big tracks, and those ones are maybe sometimes more serious. But you have to know that in Just Dance you can dance dressed up as fruits, for example, like in the summertime, or like Panda also, with the song Come On from Kesha. So in this aspect, we try to take us not too seriously.
Okay, now this version of the game has a lot of very new, exciting features, and one of them that really stood out for me was the ability to go online and battle against other dancers. Care to elaborate about that?
It's a big thing for us because we've been discussing for a long time at Just Dance how we could make sure that people have a great experience when they go online. And we know that we don't have that much interaction directly when you dance with someone online. For us, what was important is to make sure that the whole community was together. So what we did is the world dance floor. And in the world dance floor, you dance with everyone on the same songs at the same moment.
Okay.
So it's like a world playlist, like a huge flash mob that links all the living rooms all together. And after each song, you can compare with the thousands of players directly real time how you are doing, how your country is doing, because you can display your flags, choose your flags, etc. So you can know, for example, if you're from Dubai, you can see how many people from Dubai are doing and how they are doing compared to the other ones.
Amazing.
It's really something unique that you can do only in Just Dance.
And let's be honest, who doesn't love a good flash mob, right?
Yes, it's really something awesome. And you can do a flash mob directly in your house.
Fantastic.
Rather than having to gather somewhere else. That's so handy.
Awesome. Now, one of the other cool features is the new karaoke mode. Now, what made you guys decide to introduce that into Just Dance?
Well, we've noticed that lots of players, me included, tend to sing at the same moment when they dance. For example, in the previous Just Dance, we had this Call Me Maybe song, and it was like always we had someone singing the chorus of the song. So we thought that we had to include it. And what we did is we chose to make sure that you don't have a microphone to handle on all platforms that have a camera, because they always have a microphone, so you can just sing. And it's not really about performance. You have feedbacks that tell you if you're doing good or not. But it's like bonus points that you get at the end of the song for every song. So you can dance to any song and sing. And at the same moment, we have this on-stage mode. That is a mode where you that is for a given number of songs we chose. On this one, you'll be on stage and you'll both sing and dance, and the choreo will be a bit easier to make sure that you can be like you are Rihanna on stage singing.
Wow.
So it's really a full performance of dancing and singing at the same moment.
Now, obviously, this version features a lot of really amazing tracks from artists this year. How do you actually decide which songs get into Just Dance?
Well, we have to make sure that we always have the latest and biggest tracks, because Just Dance is about gathering all people together, and when you're going to a party, you want to have the latest tracks. But usually in a party, you don't have always the freshest things. You also have big anthems, and that's the reason why we included songs like YMCA. The YMCA is really
Classic.
a song about partying and dancing, and you can have at the same moment One Direction, Kiss You, which is something very fresh and recent, or even Applause from Lady Gaga. and you can have YMCA that you can dance right after, so that everyone can dance on the same songs.
Now, has working on the game come to a point where if you hear the song on the radio in your car, you automatically know the dance moves to the letter? Has it come to that?
Well, it's even worse than that. We have to admit that some of the songs are done at the beginning of the production, and some that we really love, She-Wolf, for example, is one of the first one we did. And for me, it's one of the best songs. She-Wolf from David Guetta is one of the best songs in the game. But it's very hard because we've played so much on this song now to hear it again. When there are new people that discover the song, it's okay. When I dance with my friends and with my family to it, it's okay because I can see that they are marveled by it because it's the first time they see it. For me, by myself, I will choose the latest
It's like
songs.
the 5 millionth time you probably danced.
Yeah, I know it by, and the as you ask, yes, the choreo, I know it totally by heart.
Okay, great. Now, one of the other things is that how is the game going to be different for the Wii U and for next generation consoles?
The Wii U is one of the most different versions because we have the Wii U gamepad that let us do specific things. For example, you can use the Wii U gamepad to sing, as we were saying, because there's a built-in microphone, and you can display the lyrics directly on it. But there are two other things that are really important. For the first time, we've included on all platforms that have a camera the auto dance feature, which is a video feature that you can have automatically after you dance. And it's a funny video that is very quick with a song on it that makes you dance in a funny way that you can share online after that. And with the Wii U gamepad, since the camera is on the gamepad, you can choose. You're like a director of it. You can choose the angle, you can move, you select when you want to film it. Whereas on the PSI or on Kinect, it's automatic. And last but not least, we have the Party Master on Wii U that enables you to select the moves in advance for the other players.
Okay.
Let's say you don't want to dance, but you have plenty of people in your living room that are dancing. You can take the Wii U gamepad, sit comfortably in your couch, and select the moves. You can choose the craziest ones, the hardest ones, what you want to do, and throw at them, and you are like a DJ, but for the movements for the players.
Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard there's a routine that involves 6 people performing a human pyramid.
Yes, it's an exclusivity on Xbox One because the Kinect 2, the Kinect camera, enables us to track up to 6 players.
Okay.
That means that on every song, you can play up to 6 players, even if there's only one character on screen. But we wanted to try, even if we know that you need a very big living room to do it, we wanted to try a choreo on one of our biggest songs, Kiss You from One Direction, a 6-player choreo. And that's a bit crazy. And it wasn't enough for us. We wanted to make it even crazier so that it does really an interaction that you can do only on this one. So, as you said, we do a human pyramid where we have 3 players that are seated like that, and 2 other players that have to put their feet on the legs, and the last one between the legs of them. It's really a human pyramid, a little bit like cheerleaders.
Okay.
If you manage to do that in your living room, I guarantee it will be the best party ever.
Okay, now what is your favorite track so far from the game?
There are several ones, and it depends the mood I'm in. Obviously, I'm really excited to have for the first time Lady Gaga in the game. So I love both Just Dance and Applause. Those are very big songs. Get Lucky is really, really good. And for when I want a more masculine song with a friend, because it's a duet with 2 guys, the choreo is a huge success. So that's one of my favorites. And also, I must admit that we have the onstage mode of Careless Whisper that is very good, where you have a guy that's a bit like a crooner, a little bit like George Michael, surrounded by 2 girls, where you really pretend that you're like in the mood, in the love spirit and love mood. And it's something very different from what we've done in the previous Just Dance game. So that's one of my favorites.
Fantastic. And lastly, when can we get our hands on the game?
The game will be out in Europe on the 1st of October, and it will be out in the US on the 8th on the Wii U, Xbox 360 and PS3. And it will be out at launch on next-gen console, Xbox One and PS4.
Fantastic. Well, Matthew, thank you so much. The game looks awesome. We cannot wait to get our hands and our feet dancing to Just Dance 2014.
Thank you very much.
For the latest news on Just Dance 2014, keep it locked right here to IGN.com.